friends, I'm Pastor Tay, and welcome to this video series called Walk by the Spirit. This is about the Christian life, and it's inspired by Galatians chapter 5 verses 16, where it says walk by the Spirit. I said verses because it's verses 16 and 17 that are a set, and it talks about how to live the Christian life. So I thought I'd do these little 5-minute video series to talk about what it means to work through all the aspects and struggles and challenges of the Christian life. And so this is walk number 2. I did walk number 1 last week, and I'm going to post that one on the bottom. Go check that out. And I'm just going to, unfold all the key words and aspects, phrases of verses 16 and 17 of Galatians chapter 5, and hopefully it will help you understand the Christian walk. Well, today in walk number 2, I want to talk to you about the next phrase after the phrase walk by the Spirit. It says, for the sin nature, and the Apostle Paul begins to talk about the sin nature and how it plays in our life. Now, the sin nature in the original Greek is the word flesh. And the word flesh is kind of a versatile word. It's used in a variety of ways in the Bible, and I don't have time to, survey all of that. It's not a Bible study here. But the sin nature or the flesh, here in Galatians chapter 5, is about the presence of sin in your life after you become a Christian. All right, so that's the key preposition, okay? After you become a Christian. And so here in walk number 2, we're talking about what it's like to live as a Christian even though sin is still in your life. Ain't that the truth? Let's confirm that right now, that sin is still alive and well in your life. I mean, is there anybody that believes that after you receive Jesus Christ that you no longer sin? That sin is no longer there anymore? Is there anybody like that? If you believe that sin is still there, drop your name in the bottom of the comments. I know no one's going to do that because nobody believes that, right? Because sin is way too powerful. You feel it. It's there. And so let's confirm that sin is still there even after you become a Christian. Now, let's clarify that what that means is that Jesus Christ paid for the penalty of sin. And what that means is that we don't have to pay the price anymore, okay? Or never have to pay the price. But the power of sin, okay, so that's the distinction, penalty and power. The power of sin is still present in our lives, okay? So we don't have to pay the penalty, but the power is still very much alive, and we feel it. In fact, we see it waging war inside us. I mean, the conflict. That's what we're talking about. So in walk number 2, we're talking about conflict. We're talking about walking in the Spirit, or walking by the Spirit, excuse me. That's what this series is about. But the big picture is that we're walking in this zone of tension called conflict, because sin is very powerful and present in our lives, and that's not going to change, okay? That's how it's going to be until Jesus comes. Until he comes and takes us home, the power of sin is going to wage war against everything that is right. I mean, you're going to walk by the Spirit, you want to do that, but sin is still there trying to make it difficult for us. But you know what? For this short video, walk number 2, it's all about fighting through it, because you're kind of in a tension, a point where you got to make a decision between now, you got to walk by the Spirit, or postponing that. So what you're going to do? Walk by the Spirit or postpone that, because the assumption, or kind of the undercurrent of this passage here in Galatians chapter 5, is about doing what the Holy Spirit is telling you to do. In other words, obey God. God's telling you to obey right now. This series is all about the sense of urgency right now to do the right thing. So again, you're in that tension between now and postponement. You're going to do it now, or are you going to delay? And so hopefully as you listen to this series with each video, it's only about 5 minutes, but I want to talk to you about what it means to walk by the Spirit and to live within this conflict and do the right thing. And so I'm gonna sign off right now and just encourage you to do the right thing and don't delay. Until our next walk.
Thanks for joining us in A Walk by the Spirit. If you want to continue with us on our walk, click here to subscribe so you know when the next one is ready to enjoy. For counseling services, go to pastortay.com/counseling. And if you want to see where we have walked before, click here. See you next time. May God bless your day.